Hello and welcome to the channel. My name is Sandy, and in today's video we're going to start some light fall decorating. I am just in the mood for decorating today. That's how I woke up this morning. I just wanted to do some changes. It's like fall is just in the air here for me, and I know it's still early August, but school is back in down here where I am. The school buses are running, traffic conditions are crazy. And it's just fall in my mind. So I'm ready to get started. And so in my last video, I think it was my last video, I started with this little greenery, this vase here that I put some greenery in. And I had previously put out my little pear here. So slowly but surely I've been falling into fall. Today I think I want to go with my entryway and my dining room table. And maybe my bar cart. So those three places I'm going to focus on today. So if you'd like to see how that all comes together, keep watching. Now this is how my entryway has been for the last couple months. The little piece in the middle, I thrifted that and I put it there after I cleaned it off and everything, and I never moved it. I just have a bowl of moss, some coffee table books, my lamp, and that's about it. This entryway is very small. I have more vertical space than I have horizontal space. So I have very limited space to work with. And so this is all I do. Here's something really simple, but I am ready for something a little bit different here. So let's see where we can find something in the house that I can move. So I'm going to take this little statue guy here away, and I'm going to move him somewhere else in my home. Not sure where yet, but you'll definitely see him again at some point. So we'll move him. We'll take all the books out because one thing that this little credenza needs is a good dusting off. So we're going to take everything off and start all over from scratch. Now this is going to be a no spin styling, meaning that everything that I use in this space is going to be items that I already have, either items that I purchased from retail stores or from thrift stores. And whatever it is that I replace in here is going to be more fall centered, but not necessarily full on fall. Like I'm not ready to bring out pumpkins and things like that, but I do want to darken things up a little bit more just to make it more warm and cozy. I shouldn't say darken, that doesn't sound right, but just to make it more warm and cozy as we enter into the cooler season. And I should have started with cleaning the rim of my mirror here. This thing catches so much dust down in the groove. So I'm using that same furniture polish on it to get it shined up and everything. And then I'll clean the glass on there with some rubbing alcohol. It is so much fun to stay in the house and do some home decorating and things like that using things that you already have. I love that because one thing that I always joke about with my family and friends is that whenever you leave out of your house, you're going to spend some money. So this way is safe. I'm using things that I already have because outside is expensive. So I'm happy to be in the house today. So now as I'm finishing up this mirror, I'm starting to think about what it is that I can bring from other parts of my home into this space, because that's what we're going to be doing, is shopping the home to see what we have. And if you recall in my last video, I took the stems that were in this vase and I put them over my coffee station. So I may as well come back and continue to move things off of this table because it's incomplete anyway now. So I took this book here and I decided that I'll move it over to the entryway table for a little while. And I feel like I want it to be like a little book stack. So I'm going to go in search of another book to put here. So why not move this from here and move it over to the entryway as well. And I think I love the way that the colors coordinate together for this. And that's a nice start there. So now we need something to put on top of the book. So here we are back over here again, moving this thing. That's what I do. Just move things from one place to the other, and that's fine. All right, so I'm liking that so far, but I want to see what else I can do for a lamp because I really don't want to bring the lamp that I had there back. And I also want to get like a vase or something like that to put some stems in to go on the other side of the book. So I'm getting ready to go shop my home, see what I can find. So I have this lamp here, which is actually like a night lamp. It has the base that lights up and everything. I thought it was so cool. It's, what is this? Alabaster, I believe. Don't quote me on that, but they have these at Home Goods and they have had them probably for the last couple years. But I love this lamp and I moved it from someplace else in my home and I'm going to try it. But I'm going to tell you now, I am not loving the look of that at all. I really want something a little bit more moody and something darker in color. So I'm gonna go back to the drawing board and see what else I can find for this space. And even though I'm using the same things that I already had, but moving them into another place in your home, they just give the items a whole new life, you know. So I have this black lamp here that I've previously had here on this entryway before last year sometime, and I'm gonna just put it back here. And I'm liking the way that this looks already. Another thing that you can do to change up a look of a lamp is just change out your lamp shade to something different that will give it a whole different look or something like that. So I'm going to use this little Empire lamp shade here and put the finial on, and I'm loving the way that this is coming together. And let me tell you, decorating something like this can sometimes takes me all day. Like I'll do a part of it and then I'll go sit down and do other things, do some more cleaning because I got smudges on the table and things like that. And I'll come back to it and you'll see how this video comes together, because by the time I finish this, it's much, much later in the evening. Sometimes I just step away and come back later. But for right now, we're going in with this vase here. I got this vase last year from Kirkland's, and I'm going to give it a try. I have not been using it for a little bit, so I'll give it a try there. And I decided that maybe I'll try it with this book up under it because I wasn't really feeling it there just sitting there on a credenza. That's another thing that I love to do, is just put books down to kind of raise things up and to create different varying heights and things like that with your decor. So I put that there and I'm still not feeling it. I don't know what it is. So let's go ahead and put some stems in here and see if we can make it come together. I have a ton of faux stems, and especially for fall. And so I went into my stash and I found these hydrangeas, which I thought were a really pretty color and perfect for an early fall styling. So I'm just putting them down in here pretty much any kind of way because I'm using one hand right now to see if I can create a look that I like. And I have to do a lot of playing around with the stems to get them the way that I want them. But for some reason, this is just it's not doing it for me. And what's throwing me off is the vase, to me, is not matching with the look of the lamp and the book. So I'm going to abandon the idea of the vase and try something different over here and see if I like that better. And this is real life styling for me. I switch up, I go back, I try something different. You know, it doesn't work. It's just a whole process with me. But anyway, we're going to go ahead and remove this vase and try these candle holders. These are some candle holders that I've had now for a few years. I got them from Ballard Designs. They are brass and I love them, but I don't love them here with this style. And this is a hard one for me to pull together, or I'm just being extremely critical today, but I'm not liking that either. So I'm going to go ahead and remove those and try something different. And now you see why it can take me as long as it does, because I'm never satisfied. It takes me a while to pull things together. So I went back on the hunt through my house to see what else I have. And I've had these stems here ever since the spring in my kitchen, and I decided to pull those out and try this vase on the entryway. I got this vase a few years ago at Home Goods, and I love it. I use it all the time. I literally move it around from one room to the next. It's such a cute little round vase. So I'm going to try some different stems that I found. They're about the same color as those hydrangeas, so I actually think they're going to pair nicely with the hydrangeas. So I'm going to go ahead and add some hydrangeas in there to see if I can create the look that I like. And you all comment below, let me know if any of these looks have caught your eye or what you think about it. But this is what I have come up with. I'm still not feeling those candle holders. I tried them in the middle, still not working for me. So I'm going to do another switch off. And this is what I landed on, and I love this. So I brought another one of my horses down. I have a ton of them. And I haven't styled with this one for a while. So it's really nice to see him. This one is a guy. The other one is Crack Pearl. This one don't have a name. His name just Guy. But anyway, I brought him downstairs, and I think it looks nice. I really, really like this. This is really creating that little moody vibe that I wanted to come in. I've got my black horse, my black lamp, the black vase. I'm not crazy about the way the florals turned out, but it's a vibe. You know, I love the coloring of it and everything. So I'll play around with them a little bit more in the days to come. But I like this. I think I'm going to be able to make this work. Comment below and let me know what you think. So my flowers have died, and I've decided that I'm going to go ahead and take them out and put this vase away for a while. I'm kind of over it, and I want to do something different with my table. So I'm pulling it off of here carefully, and I'm going to get the dried flowers out. Sometimes I let the dried flowers stay in a few extra days just because I kind of like the look of them. These are kind of beyond that point, but dried hydrangeas can be very, very nice. Now, I'm sure it's probably a technique that you do to them to dry them properly, like remove them from the water and all of that. I didn't do any of that. I just kind of let these die out naturally. But it's time for them to go into the trash and clean this vase up and store it away until I pull it out again. I've got to get out to get some more flowers, but when I do, I'll put them in a smaller vase on my kitchen counter, and I'll just enjoy them there for a while. But this vase has to go. A lot of time has passed by the way. I have eaten lunch and all kinds of things have gone on since I started this video. But that's the way it is sometimes. Real life happens on the in-between. And I like it that way because then I kind of step away from it and I come back and I have a new found or new burst of energy or whatever. Or I think of things that I hadn't thought of before. So I'm back again and I'm refreshed and I'm ready to get this finished. And this was not a part of my plan at the beginning of this. So it just kind of came to me that, you know what, go ahead and get rid of this vase for now. Get some bleach water, clean it out real good and put it away. And do something different with the table. Now, remember that big bowl of moss that we had at the entryway table? I moved that off the entryway table. That's probably what I'm going to put on this table once all is said and done. And I've left a lot of gaps in the living room for things that I pulled out of the living room for the entryway. I'm not going to deal with that on this video, but that's coming soon. And I do want to do some different changes in the living room, so we'll probably do something a little different. This is my birthday month, so maybe I'll get something new. I will see what happens there. But if I do, I will definitely share it with you and how I style it in my home. Man, I wish this thing could go in the dishwasher. But I'm trying to scrub it and get all the grime and everything. You know, when you have fresh flowers, they just kind of leave a lot of debris and just kind of gets gunky over the course of a week or so. So I'm cleaning it out with the bleach and getting it nice and clean. And then I'll end up shining it up with some alcohol. I'll do all that off screen before I store it away. But for now, I've at least got all of the gunky stuff out of it and I can set it aside to finish it off in a few. Let me get back to my decorating. So since I took the vase off of the table, of course, I got to do some cleaning over here and get it shined up. This table is so hard to keep clean between fingerprints and just debris and dust and all of that gets on here. I find myself cleaning this very often and I like to use the rubbing alcohol and just some paper towels or coffee filters or something like that to clean it up. Coffee filters actually work a lot better with keeping the streaks off, but sometimes I don't feel like reaching for them, and paper towel is always handy. So we're just going over here now and getting the fingerprints and things like that off so that we can put that bowl down here. You all see that space right in front of that window. That's where Birdie was, my bird of paradise that I recently got rid of. And now that space looks so empty, and I haven't decided yet what I'm going to do there. My monstera there is growing, not my monstera, my fiddle leaf fig, she's kind of falling over, so I do need to stake her back up. But there's something that I want to do in that space, and I haven't quite figured it out yet, but yeah, that's on my list. So here I am coming in with this oversized ball, and I'm singing right now. I'm singing some OJ's Backstabbers. I don't know why that came on, and it was just hitting today for whatever reason. That's some old school stuff there. But anyway, I have my moss balls here, or my moss in this bowl, and I'm just kind of putting it here for right now. This is definitely early fall, so I'll come back and revisit that at a later date, but at least I wanted to make some changes. Also, I wanted to do something to my bar cart here, and I have that little thrifted vase there, and I decided to replace that with this to bring in more of my darker colors as I did at the entryway. That is a vase there that I got from Big Lots for like $4 or $5 some months ago. And then I decided, why not take these lemons and limes and things off? These scream summer. And since we are falling into fall, we'll go ahead and remove those. I don't know what I'm going to replace here again, but when I do my kitchen styling for fall, we'll figure that out together. So be sure, if you're not currently subscribed to the channel, that you hit that subscribe button and the post notification bell. That way you can be notified each time I upload new styling videos. And we are nearing the end of today's video. I hope that you enjoyed it. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. I've already said, hit the subscribe button. And to all my returning family members, thank you so much for joining me today with this Decorate With Me video. I hope that you enjoyed it. And I hope that I see each and every one of you over here on my next one. Yeah, 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 yeah.
cause I got these